Okay, our video got messed up again. So we're going to redo what we just did. We are reading from our book 2, Student Anthology. The story is Our Country and Our Flag, a National Symbol. It is by Amelia Gunderman. What does she do? She wrote the story. She is called the author. Very good. It is illustrated by Jean Beretta. What does she do? She drew the pictures. She is the illustrator. And if you look, you can see some symbols of our country that we see in everyday life on these 2 pages. What do you see? The American flag. Very good. You can also see something here. Okay? And these little things that we see, when you get in the band, you'll see them. If you ever play an instrument, you'll see them. If you ever sing, you'll see them. They are musical notes, And it has some of the words on some of these musical notes. It says, "What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming." We've heard that before. That is our country's song, our national anthem. So that must be why the title of this story is Our Song and Our Flag. We're going to be talking about the national anthem, okay? A national symbol. It is an informational text. We've done this before. Can we remember what an informational text is? Very good. It gives us lots of facts and information. If you'll listen to it, informational information. And you can see it right there. Informational text. If I take off that AL, that final schwa AL, I have the word information there. That means in an informational text, I'm going to get information, facts and information. So what kind of story do you think this is going to be? A real story or a make-believe story? A real story. Very good. It's an informational text. I'm going to get facts and information. It's going to be about real people, real places, real events. It might have some of those diagrams, some of those photos and illustrations that we see in informational text. And it's going to give events that are going to happen in a certain order. So we're going to talk about all this week our story, our song, and our flag, okay? And while we read, we're going to read today in our study guide pages 14 through 19, and we're going to answer these 4 questions. Values are, stop when you hear that. A banner is a blank, stop when you hear that. Why did Francis Scott Key write the Star-Spangled Banner? Stop when you hear that. And how did Francis Scott Key feel when he saw the flag still flying? Stop when you hear that, okay? What is a symbol? A symbol is something that stands for beliefs and values. Yep, I heard it too. Values. Values are the things you believe in. The things that you believe in are things that you value. So a symbol can be something that you believe in or that you value. And every country has symbols, including the United States. The Star-Spangled Banner is a symbol of the United States. Did you know that the Star-Spangled Banner is both a flag and a song? How can it be both? I did. I heard that too. Banner. And what is a banner? A kind of flag. So, number 1, values are the things you believe in, page 14. Banner, a kind of flag, page 15. Okay? And here you'll see some symbols of our country. So, can the Star-Spangled Banner, can that be a flag and a song? Well, I know a banner can be a flag, yes, okay? And I know that the Star-Spangled Banner is our nation's song. So yeah, the banner, the Star-Spangled Banner, it can be both a flag and a song. All right? A flag is made. In 1813, Mary Pickersgill was asked to make a very big flag for the military. It took Mary and her helpers about 7 weeks to make the flag. 7 weeks. That's a long time. The flag was huge. It was 30 feet high. That's like 6 of me high. That would be 6 of me standing on shoulders because I'm a little bit over 5 feet. And 45 feet wide. Okay, that's almost half the size of a football field. That's pretty big. The giant flag was made to fly over Fort McHenry in Maryland. The flagpole was about 90 feet high, which is the distance baseball players run between bases in a stadium. That's a lot of length right there, because that's a lot of running they have to do. Because it was so big, people for many miles around could see the flag. So can we still see this flag today? Yes, we can. One of your skills for this week is cause and effect. We've talked about that. Cause is what causes something to happen or what makes something happen, and effect is what happens. So we talked about some of those key words too, and I heard one as we read this story. Some of those key words might be because, since, when, if, and then. But I heard one, it started right here, because. Because it was so big, people for many miles around could see the flag. So what is the cause of that sentence? The flag was so big, okay? Because it was so big, what happened? People could see it for many miles around. That is the effect. Very good. A poem is written. One night in 1814, while the United States was at war with the British, Francis Scott Key observed a battle at Fort McHenry. As the battle ended and the sun rose at dawn, he was happy to see the flag still flying over the fort. I think that was one of your things. How did Francis Scott Key feel when he saw the flag still flying? Happy, and that's on page 18. Very good. The flag was a signal that the Americans had won the battle. Francis Scott Key wrote a poem about what he saw. The poem told about the fight and the flag that was still flying over the fort afterward. He referred to the flag as a star-spangled banner. So there's how we call it both a flag and a song. And I heard the answer too. Why did Francis Scott Key write the star-spangled banner? Because it was a signal that the Americans had won the battle. And that's on page 19. And that is where we stop today. But real quick, let's summarize what was the event there that happened on pages 18 and 19. When we summarize, we tell it real short story in our own words. So who is this? Francis Scott Key. And what did he do? He wrote a poem called the Star-Spangled Banner when he saw the American flag still flying. So that meant that we had won the battle. And he was so happy about that when he saw the flag that he wrote the Star-Spangled Banner as a symbol of that. And that's where you're going to stop. Okay? All right, I have a real quick AR story for you. And this story is The Magic School Bus Lost in the Snow. It is quiz number 105780. So you'll type in that number, make sure you have the Magic School Bus Lost in the Snow, and you can answer the questions about it. There are 5 questions. It is a 1.7 book, and if you answer all 5 correctly, you get 0.5 points. I love Magic School Bus stories because they really... Miss Frizzle is the main character, and she takes the kids on a Magic School Bus ride. She is their teacher. I think that's why I love it so much, because she's a really cool teacher and lots of energy with her, and she's just lots of fun. But the way she teaches really sticks with the kids. But she does wear these really funny looking dresses and shoes, and here she is right here, Miss Frizzle, and this is Liz, Arnold, Ralphie, Keisha, Phoebe, Carlos, Tim, Wanda, and Dorothy Ann are all some of the characters that are in the stories. But I love her story, so I picked actually 2 out for this week because I love her story so much. Real quick, first page. It's fun to be in Miss Frizzle's class. Look at Miss Frizzle's dress. Look at her shoes. Aren't they funny? Miss Frizzle takes us on trips in the Magic School Bus. And if you look at her dress, she has icicles and snowflakes and snowman on them, and her shoes look funny too. She always has whatever it is that they're learning for the day. That's what her dress and shoes show. Today we are learning about ice and snow. Tim wants to look at snowflakes. He wants to see them up close. But snowflakes are falling. Why do you think there's snowflakes falling out there? Look carefully. There's the sun out, yes, and it's shining brightly, and there's no precipitation. In order for us to have snow, we have to have precipitation. That is rain or water that falls from the sky, and it has to be at freezing temperature, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We have to have that in order for us to have snow. So we don't see snow very often here, do we? Because it just doesn't get that cold. Let's find some snow, says Miss Frizzle. We get on the magic school bus. Miss Frizzle drives north. It gets colder and colder. What happens if you drive north? It gets colder and colder. So that's what they're doing. The kids are driving further north where it gets colder and colder. At last we see snow all around. Miss Frizzle stops the bus. Wanda sees gray clouds. Carlos says, maybe more snow will fall. Look at all of the pretty snow. Miss Frizzle gives us magic pinwheels. We fly up, up, up. Soon we are in the cloud. So when Miss Frizzle gets out those magic pinwheels and they use them, what do they do? They go up, up into the clouds. Yes. We get smaller and smaller. Tiny drops of water are all around us. Do you know what tiny drops of water are called? Droplets. Yes. Guess how many droplets it takes to make a snowflake? 100 droplets. 100 droplets. These droplets freeze. Now they are ice crystals. So what do these droplets do when they freeze? They turn into ice crystals. Very good. The ice crystals stick to other crystals. They make snowflakes. That's what happens. These ice crystals, they stick together and they make snowflakes. They start to fall. Did you know that there are no two snowflakes that are exactly alike? Each snowflake is unique. That means that it is different. Unique. It's different. There's no two that's the same. Poof! Our pinwheels are gone. Grab onto a snowflake, says Miss Frizzle. There they are, holding on to the snowflakes. All of them are different. None's the same. When our snowflakes land, we get big again. The Frizz takes skis out of her bag. Put on your skis, she says. We look in her bag. There are no skis. Instead, there are only ice skates. I think that would be so cool to go ice skating. Do you know I've never ever been ice skating before? I love to watch it on TV though. My mom and I, we used to watch the Olympics, and that was on the Winter Olympics. That was our favorite event, was the ice skating competition. We watched it, the single female, the single male, the couples. We loved it. Have you ever been ice skating before? Sounds like fun. We see a ski house. It is far away. Maybe Miss Frizzle is waiting for us there. We come to a frozen lake. The ski house is on the other side. We skate across the lake. Poof! Now our skates are gone. We head toward the ski house, but the snow is deep. It's so deep we cannot walk. We look in Miss Frizzle's bag. Here are snowshoes. We put them on and walk toward the house. What did they put on after they took off their ice skates to walk in the deep, deep snow? See how deep it is? Because it's so deep, you have to put on snowshoes to be able to walk across the snow. They almost look like little tennis rackets, don't they? Yeah. The sun is going down. It is getting colder. Then we hear something. What do you think it is? I think it's the magic school bus coming back. Surprise! It's Miss Frizzle and the magic school bus. But the bus is not a bus. It's the magic school sled. We go on a wild ride. Check out that magic school sled. Pretty neat. We get to the road. The bus is just a bus again. Carlos looks in Miss Frizzle's bag. Oh no, says Tim. We didn't look at the snowflakes up close. What did Tim say they forgot to do? Look at the snowflakes up close. It's almost time to go home. We had a very cool day in Miss Frizzle's class. You think they learned a lot about snowflakes? I do too, and they sure had a lot of fun doing it too. Don't forget quiz 105780. Take the test, the Magic School Bus Lost in the Snow. Get all of them correct and you can have 0.5 points. If you did these last week, guess what? You should have 2 points. You do all 5 this week, guess what? You'll have another 2 points. 2.5, I'm sorry, 2.5 and then 2.5 points. Put that together and that makes it 5 points. So if you do all 10 books that I'm going to be reading in these 2 weeks, you will have a total of 5 points. That means you will be halfway to your goal of 10 points. Please read, read, read. If you finish this one, you take a test and you want to do some more, you can go on Epic. I gave your mom the class code. You can go on Epic. There are thousands of books on there that you can listen to and read and take AR test on that. So you could have well over your 10 points. Remember, I'm looking for these every single night and I'm going to do shout outs. So read and test, read and test. I hope you have a great first day on your new week 4 now of learning, and I just want to say thank you for being great listeners. I love you and I miss you so much. Have a great day.